The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to the home of the Tulane Green Wave, Tulane Stadium in New Orleans, Louisiana, as we'll see a team from the American, the Rice Owls, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Tulane Green Wave. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. Out of the end zone. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Ball changes hands, and the offense finds themselves back up inside their own 10. They're going to throw it to start the drive. The short hands, it's Pierre. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Snagged out of the air. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Slips through the line. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Quarterback may change this route. Johnson wants to throw it. Rushes on him. Finds his man. It's Goff. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Buying some time. On the run, deep down the right side. He's got it along the sideline. Touchdown, Green Wave. A great catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Looks like he's going to bring it out. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
And the defense is doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Second down, he'll throw it. The short hands, it's Eakin. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
This offense really needs to get something going. Punt on the opening drive, and now a 3rd and 10 coming up. Wants to keep it in the air. Looking to buy time. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Johnson looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Taylor.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Trying play action. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
You know, these linebackers have to be so good in zone coverage of reading the quarterback's eyes to get to the ball. You saw that linebacker do it.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. He wants to change this route. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. With the catch, it's Taylor. Oh, he's got some space. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The Green Wave with plenty of options here on 2nd and short. They'll go to the ground. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
The Green Wave trying to move the chains on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tulane. Ready to try the point after. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Here's the handoff. At the 35, he's loose. And he picks up a first down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Gets it out fast. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
The Owls are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm, but you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Guys, the quarter comes to a close, and Tulane has the lead here. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period will be a second down. Looking for room. It's Scott. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Johnson wants to throw it. Here's a heat. He'll get rid of it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Green Wave. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
You always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. So far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now.
He tries to take the top off. Makes the grab at the 25, and there's room. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24. Rice rushes to the line. To the air on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got an open man. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. To the ground with the back. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
They'll toss it to the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throw to the end zone, picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far. There he goes. Goes out of bounds right at the 15-yard line, and boy, did they need a little breathing room.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
This offense tries to get rolling from its own 15 on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, they're after him. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Johnson looking to throw. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down, you've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
The Green Wave in a world of hurt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Makes a move. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Quarterback empties his backfield. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Rice rushes to the line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the catch. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking to fire. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Johnson wants to throw it. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Looking down the middle. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
Love the competitive nature by the defender on that play. That's just a 50-50 ball, and that defender swatted it away.
The Green Wave lining up facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body at making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down. Out of the gun, the inside give. Picks up the 1st down. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Might as well give it to him again. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Tulane to the line facing 2nd and short. The give to the back. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on 1st down you can get yards like that turning around.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on 2nd down. Johnson looking to throw. Going for the big play. Touchdown, Green Wave. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Oklahoma rolled to a victory, and after putting up this kind of win, there has to be some Heisman buzz around a program that produced 4 winners of the award between 2003 and 2018. An SEC clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Going to swing it on second down. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
You just feel like the sense of urgency is going up for this offense. Now, they haven't had that many possessions so far in the game, and because they've got no points now, it feels like the quarterback's starting to press. He's trying to make it happen on his own, taking a shot down the field. Another incompletion for this offense. They can't get anything going.
Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Just needs a crack to get a return. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. He'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Johnson wants to throw it. Makes the grab. It's Lewis. Stopped at the 47-yard line. A 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. Tulane right back to the line. Looking to throw on first down. He rifles one deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Unloads to the wideout. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You've got to catch that and make that a pick.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Moves away as he feels pressure. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Punt is on its way. All the way back to the 15. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take. Offense in an empty set. Wide receiver going in motion. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field, and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Hit as he throws. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Tulane. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors at our halftime update. Rice ready to kick off and get things started here in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Johnson looking to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Goff. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds the tight end.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Quarterback making adjustments. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
That's caught. It's Goff. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave! This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Eakin. Turning it on. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Caught over the middle. It's Eakin. Oh, did you like that stiff arm? Get a face full of that as he gets it up to the 34. Motion from the wideout. Second down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
He wants to throw it again. He wants to go deep. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Shotgun snap on third down. They're working that left side. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Leaves it with the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. They're able to make the stop, but he is beyond the line to gain. It's first down Rice. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Here we go. Looking to throw on first down. Got him downfield. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown Rice.
Well, this guy certainly, from a statistical standpoint, has done everything to deserve a trip to New York City. He has been a big playmaker week in, week out for this offense. Get this, that last touchdown was his 20th touchdown catch of the season. This guy has been unstoppable.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Johnson wants to throw it. Caught close to the marker. It's Lewis. At He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So they'll decline the pass interference penalty, and the results of the play will stand. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Running back searching for a hole. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
We've reached a break, and it's Tulane on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. He might want another play. Johnson looking to throw. Forced out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of the game.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Gonna look downfield again. Grab near the marker. It's Eakin. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
But you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get 1st downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Got a man in the middle. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. And the Owls, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He's going to run it. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got it in the middle. It's Eakin. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and he gets a good release, gets down the field, and you see his...
And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the 4th quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know, next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they...
Breaks into the open. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Turns it on in midfield. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on 1st down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Open space at the 25. Finally corralled, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Man, it's go time for this defense now. I mean, you're down by a couple scores, and you're still making big plays. You've got to find a way to get a stop, create a turnover, switch the momentum to your side quickly.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. They've got this game in hand, but maybe there's some bad blood. They want to rub it in a bit. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meat face, ball game over.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.